Hello everyone and welcome back to Joyful January. Today is all about musical theatre! Jazz hands! Woo! As you can see, I'm wearing my Billy Elliot hoodie, which I've had for a very long time now. I love it. On the back, you can see the words. There you go. I absolutely love it. One of my favourite hoodies. So I've asked openly on the Musical Theatre Appreciation Society and also on Theatre Bloggers the group what kind of questions they'd ask me about musicals. So here are the questions that I'm going to answer. So the first one is from Sarah Chapman and says, what character from a musical are you most like? Now, I've thought about several, as there's kind of a few that I kind of see myself like, I guess. And the first one that springs to mind is Corny Collins, as he's very happy and he's positive and he's also a presenter, and I quite like to do that professionally. That would be amazing. And yeah, I've also performed Nicest Kids in Town before and loved it. The next one is Make 'Em Laugh, Donald O'Connor from Singing in the Rain, as it's so happy and cheerful and is all about making people smile. Love that one. Then Mark from Rent, as he talks to the camera a lot, which is what I love to do. I think that's a great one. Also great musical. Love Rent. And then Eddie in Blood Brothers, as that's just a dream role. I've always loved that musical. It's beautiful and would be incredible to be part of. I love a good emotional musical, so that one's a great one. The next question was from Emma Clarendon, and she said, what musical would you most like to star in and why? So when I was younger, I would love to have starred as Billy or Michael in Billy Elliot, as I absolutely adore that musical. I especially love the song Expressing Yourself, because I think it's so important to, you know, everyone really. It's a really special song. What the hell's wrong with expressing yourself? Woo! Being who you want to be. Exactly. A very important message with a very special song. So that one is especially important. There's a couple other musicals I would love to star in, and that is Joseph. I think it'd be really cool, as I was actually in my mum's tummy as a baby when she went to see it in the West End, so I feel like that's kind of a sign in a way. But I've always wanted to play Joseph. I love that musical and it's just beautiful. Love Jersey Boys, seen that about 8 times. Would be incredible to be one of the guys. Not sure who I'd be, but either of the 4 would be amazing and so epic. Charlotte Agroni asks, which shows are you excited to see in 2018? Well, I'm very excited for Chicago to return, as that was one of my second musicals I ever saw. And potentially the rumoured Mary Poppins. I'm not sure if that's still happening, but that was one of the first musicals I ever saw in the West End, and I would love to see it again. It was when I was 10 years old I saw that. And then new ones coming up, Pippin, love to see that, Bring It On, and the Rink musical. Especially the Rink, as it involves roller skates. That sounds very cool. And I've also sung Pippin, Corner of the Sky, and I would love to see the show in full. I didn't get to see it on Broadway when it was over there, so I would love to see it at the West End. Next question is from Neem at Kerf on Twitter. What was your favourite show last year, and also your standout performance in the musical? So my fave show of last year was definitely Everybody's Talking About Jamie. I left that musical feeling absolutely fantastic and fabulous. It was phenomenal. And then my standout performance would also be Josie Walker as Margaret, playing Jamie's mum in Jamie the Musical. When she sang He's My Boy, it literally ripped my heart in two. It was so emotional, so incredible, and she gave everything. I would love her to win an Olivier Award, or at least be nominated. She deserves it. Like, she deserves awards for that role because she's incredible, and I loved it. I told her that. She's amazing. Next question is from Bailey on Twitter, and he says, what's your favourite musical? I have many different favourite musicals. I love Jersey Boys, I love Billy Elliot, I love Blood Brothers. There are so many that I just couldn't pick, but yeah, Kinky Boots is great and feel good, and so is Everybody's Talking About Jamie currently, but there's so many more out there. So the next question comes from Olivia Mitchell, who also runs a theatre blog called Rewrite This Story. I will link all of her details below. She also has a YouTube channel, so go and check it out. But these are the 3 questions that she has to ask. So the first one is, what's your biggest pet peeve about theatre? Now, there is one thing that I guess gets to me, but I think the biggest thing at the moment for me is people on their mobile phones. Just turn them off! Like, literally, it's not that hard, or at least put them on silent and airplane mode so that they don't ring, nothing goes off, and it doesn't disturb it, because there's nothing more disrespectful than someone being on stage and someone with their face like this in their phone. Yeah. That is just so frustrating, and I think we need to put an end to it. I mean, literally, don't confiscate phones, because that's ridiculous. Just more signs maybe, or more things to say, hey guys, by the way, this is a theatre, please turn your mobile phones off. Yes, they have an announcement, etc, etc, and I can understand why some people want to keep them on, but there's an interval. You can check your phone in the interval like most people do. You can tweet in the interval. You don't need to tweet or Facebook or text during a performance. You're there to enjoy the performance, so why not enjoy it? That's how I feel. Anyway, really bugs me. And also, when people start chit-chattering during the show, that also bugs me, like during the phone. Yeah, so it's like a phone texting and chatting. That really bugs me. Yeah, that I would say that's my biggest pet peeve. Anyway, the second one is, if you could only ever see one show again, which would it be? I'm going to say Billy Elliot because it's absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely adore it. It's always been one of my favourites. It's just gorgeous. It's a stunning musical from start to finish. There's some incredibly talented people in it. And I think it's just such an inspiring and uplifting musical. And yeah, I really miss it in the West End. So yeah, that would be one show I'd love to see again if it was the last show I'd see. What are your 3 favourite things about going to the theatre? Okay, the first thing is I absolutely love meeting new people, and I think in the theatre I make a lot of conversations. I meet lots of new people. I've met people like you, Olivia, which is amazing. I've made some great friends, which is always really lovely. There's such a lovely community. The Musical Theatre Appreciation Society is amazing for that too. Then also I absolutely love it at Stage Door after a show. I don't know what it is. I think the celebration of the actors and the way people clap on their way out, and you know, the autographs and things like that. I've always loved it since I was a kid. I think the magic of theatre is that you get to see it all happen live, and I think that's the best thing about theatre. So yeah, I would say Stage Door is amazing, making friends, and then just the whole live theatre experience. I think if you haven't been to live theatre, I don't know what you're doing, but you must go and see live theatre. And there's nothing that quite beats a musical and the roar of the crowd. I think the atmosphere is just electric and nothing beats live. So yeah, I'd say those are my 3 favourite things about going to the theatre. And I mean, I think apart from that, I think the posh drinks sometimes, that's fun. We do love a good boomerang, don't we, Olivia, with our drinks? But yeah, very, very fun. So thank you for watching. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up, click subscribe, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye!